Alright, so starting off for the top 8, we had Jona versus Dora. So this is going to be an interesting matchup because I know Jona has a really good style of Mai, but I don't know too many Japanese Mai, so it could come to some matchup inexperience, but Dora's defense is phenomenal. Didn't take the throw, so we'll see what happens. Unfortunate drop of the combo, and yes, so that's something pretty big with the matchup is going to be, and something Dora is also just really solid at is going to be you finding opportunities to use his drive, especially the guard point with it, and either drive exploding or just teleporting out of bad situations, like we could see here. And now he even gets the side swap, so he gets the full corner. He should get like 2, 3 marks depending on what he wants to spin. 4, my bad. Yeah, so that's immediately at the first combo that he gets just from using the explosion at a good time. Able to get all 4 seals, which is going to be pretty big for him. And yeah, Jona just opting to use defensive overdrive and EA his way out. And yeah, gets active flow because of the EA, and now he's just able to control the pace of the match for a second. Nice overhead from Dora. And yeah, this should be... No, he didn't opt to use any additional meter. And yeah, that's actually a setup. A lot of bangs I haven't seen use it too often. But real talk, Bang's drive is something I have no idea how to effectively stop. A lot of it's going to come down to what drives he wants to use and options with it. So, like, the only one that's frame 1 is going to be his 2D. And that loses to... And it blocks lows and I believe mids. And, like, jumping and whatnot. It doesn't block overheads. So you can do, like, a meaty overhead if your character has it. For like Hazama, you could do like a stance overhead and it'd work out pretty well. Whereas other characters, you're gonna have a well, like besides that, everything else. The only frame one is, or rather, frame 1 is the 60 actually. 2D is like frame 4, I think. But yeah. So that's gonna be a case where yeah, I forgot to move the camera. All right. So yes, yeah, 60 is the only one. So you can medium low every time, and as long as it's frame 1, you should be fine. So like it's a good option against like jump ins and whatnot, but meaty low is going to be generally a good way to cover most of your options, or like playing around setups to make it where you can't get away with stuff like 2D there. But in this setups, I actually really like this setup for umbrella nails. So he's gonna like Jonah quick text, and so he opts to go for some pressure, and he gets the nail cloud. And because Mai doesn't really have a way out of this outside of like counter assault, which can be risky depending on the time, he's able to go for like double overhead here, or even like go for a J2C low. Or you could even see there where he opts for the mid. And Jonah proper timing with the counter assault just to get him out of the situation. Nice side swap. And he's in the corner, so he's able to get a full confirm here. Alright, blue beat. And just tried to go for a little setup there. 2C got stuffed by the nails. And now Dora's out of nails, actually. Nice pickup from Jona. Yeah, so with Bank's mechanics using nails for almost everything, it's going to be a hard call to, like, get back into the game. But it's also super tied up. The burst there was actually kind of sketchy. And, yeah, exactly. That's something you got to watch out for. So his command throw is going to be super prevalent whenever in situations where it's going to be a comeback. So waiting for Jonah to jump there is a really smart call from Dora. So that way he has the only way he could get out, I believe, is going to be overdrive in the air, which I'm not too sure. And like we saw again, Dora just recognizing that in that situation, the dash, he's able to get his 2D. And like we were mentioning, it isn't frame 1, but it covers all options besides overheads. And because, especially in this matchup, Mai doesn't really have any like openly available standing overheads. So now he's able just to guard point it and boom. Does blue beat, but Jona just opting to burst out, keep corner pressure. Got Klopp. Yeah, that was another overhead. Like that's 3 for like 4, I think. Yeah, mid drive pressure is always something to worry about. Sometimes what I like to do often is try to bait it. Oh, and I like that little setup he went for. gets all the marks, goes for the instant air dash, and goes for bomb nail pressure, and goes for the command throw just in case they try. I actually think the command throw might have been a little early, or late rather, because I don't think that would have connected even if the bomb nail, even if he was in block stun. Goes for the throw again, but nice tech. Counter hit. So this is going to be some good damage. Yeah, like it mentioned on commentary, corner to corner. Yeah, nice counter assault. Nice 5B, yep. DP, so that's the first game to Dora. Yeah, so I really like the way Dora's using the mid-drive, like using drive in the middle of Jona's pressure whenever he realizes that he needs to adjust. And Dora's just really playing it really well, and Jona kind of just got opened up with a few overheads and got messed up a little bit there. Now, characters like taking a moment. I think Valk is still probably a better matchup against him, Dora, but it's hard to say. Yeah, and opts for the Azrael. Yeah, he opts for the Azrael here. This matchup is really bad for Bang, in my opinion. Like, this is a really good matchup for Azrael, just because Bang's air movement is going to be harsh to... Like, he's going to be really susceptible to, like, 6B or, like, 6C, and a few other anti-airs like 5A and whatnot, so his general air movement is going to be limited. Nails are absorbable for Growler, and Bang doesn't really do well against the fireballs. And just generally, like, the risk-reward is heavily in Azrael's favor, so I think this matchup is a good swap for Jona. The only argument I would have to not make this switch would be that Japan has a ton of Azrael, so you know his experience in this matchup is going to be like a different league than Jona's experience with Azrael Bang. But yeah, I also was playing him in the room that weekend a good bit, so I could definitely vouch that he knows this matchup. Nice use of the 6B, gets the full confirm here, but even still, that was like the first time he gets an opening in this matchup, and he already has like such low life. Yeah, Dora definitely did not have too much trouble in this set. Yeah, and that's super. Really, this matchup's going to be coming down to Azrael trying to set the pace and trying to contest his air movement, either by meeting him in the air with like JB and JC, or by contesting him on the ground with JB. Or 6B, rather. So it's hard to say. And it's not uncommon to get like lost in a matchup, especially like this one, just because the only two bangs I'm aware of for the States is going to be Richter and Greek. Both those are East Coast, so I could see Jona not necessarily net playing with them. Yep, we did the backdash and got the counter hit. Nice, he's going to be able to get some pressure here. Yeah, and it's really a case where, okay, nice, but he could have got the crouch confirm, but it's still all right. All right, yeah, get the nail pressure. Nice use of the bumper. So he set that up a while ago, but and we can see here just recognizing that he has the bumper, kind of spots it in the corner of his eye, fakes the overhead by whiffing the JA, and then uses the bumper to go for the immediate low. Really smart stuff. He might just go for an Astral, actually. Yeah, opt for the Astral, the Dora Bang Classic. And TK Panzer, and that's going to do it. Yeah. I like the idea of swapping to the matchup that's like on paper better, but it's still really difficult matchup because it really comes down to a lot of like experience. So, but still, good stuff. Jona now moves down to losers, and then we'll have SKD versus Nezu. Or Beta Dude, rather.